Robotronic.
Hey guys, so today I wanted to show everyone how to make your own master dies for dice making. Typically you'd use a resin 3D printer to make a master die, but seeing as I don't have one yet, I'm going to use this giant D20 I printed on my CR10. Now you could absolutely commission someone to print your dice like these, but sometimes that can be costly, so if that's not an option currently, this way will do. To prep our master die, all we're going to use is some brush-on UV resin and a UV light, both of which you can get at Michael's or Hobby Lobby. We're going to start by taking our brush-on UV resin and wiping off all the excess. Then we're going to start carefully brushing the resin onto the die. When you're doing this, make sure not to get any resin into the number. If you do end up filling in the numbers, what ends up happening is the dice comes out like this, the numbers are filled up, and it's completely useless, and you basically have to start all over again. So I recommend trying to avoid this. Once I'm done applying the resin, I'll take my UV light and shine it on the areas I applied resin to. I'll hold the light over the area for about a minute or two to make sure it cures properly. After a minute, if it still feels a little tacky, just shine the light over it for another minute or so. After that, we're just going to repeat this process for every face on the die. Once you've applied resin to all the faces and cured it with the light, next thing we're going to do is sand all the faces down to a smoother finish. To do this, I'm going to be using Zona paper. The first thing I do is I take some water and add it to the paper to help reduce the dust. Then all we do is we'll just go back and forth and then little circles on the paper on each face. Typically what I like to do is I usually do all the even numbers first, starting on the 20 face and working my way down, and then I do the odd numbers starting with 1 and working my way back up. Once you finish sanding your die, you now have a master die ready to make molds with. You can also go through and fill in any gaps in the resin that you might have, but other than that, you're all set. If you want to see more videos like this, go ahead and like this video and tell me in the comments what you'd like to see next. Subscribe if you haven't already, otherwise, I'll see you all in the next one. Stay awesome, guys.